Hi guys, doing another makeup tutorial. Yes, my hair is short, my extensions are out. I am giving my hair a break. Going from brunette to blonde took me 3 years to go as bright as I did. I was actually darker than this when I started going blonde, so my hair fried. I did as much as I could to keep it from not breaking off, but this is the result. So I'm gonna enjoy it for now, and yeah, let's do some makeup. This is my Cover FX. Sephora carries this. Sometimes I mix between P40 and P30, 30 being more pale, 40 being more tan. You apply this, dropper, right onto my Morphe Kabuki brush. You guys, this stuff feels like airbrush makeup, I'm not lying. I feel like I don't even know I'm wearing it all day. Pretty amazing. Make sure you always get your net, guys. You want that color to blend as if your skin was this color. I've been digging these drops lately because I feel like I'm not wearing anything. Side note, first breakout in probably a month. Me and my husband Frankie have been doing keto. He asked me if I noticed that my skin was getting better and I was having less breakouts. And once I kind of sat back and thought about it, I was like, wow, yeah, I haven't had any issues whatsoever. But this was from, I hadn't really done much with myself, so I was just reapplying makeup over and over, and that's what that was from, without washing my face. Okay, so guys, I'm applying my concealer. I don't want to look too contoured today, so I'm just doing my Almay light, because apparently I'm pale. Everything I have is light. Blend it in, guys. I go down the side of my nose to give it more of that triangle shape. Not that I want to decrease my nose in any way. I just like to make it a little wider because I really do have a small face. So I'm gonna drop this a little lower, and then I'm gonna take my translucent powder, tap it in the top. You can take the flat side of your sponge, tap it in, and go like this, tap it upward, and go down towards the corner of your mouth from the bottom of your ear. What this is doing is setting anything that's a liquid, whether it's concealer, foundation, so it does not move. And guys, I don't like tap this back in. I leave it like this on my makeup counter, and I just leave my sponge in there. That's what I do. Because why bother clean it all up? We've got Dapper by that, not me. Next, I'm doing bronzer. I like to do my bronzer after this because this is still a little tacky, which I found Cover FX dries way quicker. With this setting, if any of this bronzer, contour, whatever color you use here, blush, if it does fall, it's going to lay on top of the translucent, and it's not going to make this part any darker. Don't forget to blend, guys, into your hairline. You don't want it to just look like you have, this hard brown line. Kind of drop it a little bit in this area to contour right here if you have a triangle shaped face. Anything that is darker is going to look more in depth. Anything that's brighter is going to pop.
As you can already tell is happening.
The brush I'm using is Mirabella.
Then there's Bellis Weiser.
Sure. I throw a little bit on my nose just kind of match the golden hue that I have going on. I don't tap back onto my bronzer when I want to go underneath. I just use whatever's on my brush to kind of blend.
You want to do a 3.
I'm using my Morphe to brush off all my translucent. At this point, if you don't like the way the translucent has left that extreme contour, one thing that I do, grab my Kabuki brush that I use for my foundation. Without adding more foundation, you can kind of blend and soften, blend in between, merge those lines that you don't like. Now I'm going to take kind of like a blush bronzer over top of this and kind of hit this small section here with an angled brush. Moving on to brows. I have brows. They're a good shape, but they're not as full and dark as I like them to be. Don't forget your guidelines, guys. With my specific shape, I bring it in a little further and I emphasize my arch. So by doing that, I'm going straight out and tapping that top corner and filling it in. Anastasia, ash brown. I use the lightest for in this whole area, and then I add the dark on the outside. Now I'm going to do the top. This is how I do mine, guys. And then I'm going to fill it in and then go into my dark. A pointer. See how like right here I have like 2 or 3 hairs? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to extend this out and bring it down. Okay, so without seeing the other side, see? Beautiful. I switched to my Anastasia brow brush because this end is so much more precise than my Mally. My Mally is just a little angle, it's a little sloppier opposed to the other one.
I like to use this if I'm really wanting to get underneath and get that nice clean line as well as the point. So that it's less messy, less fluffy, you know?
Good. So, all right, let's do some eyeshadow. Nude matte, it's about as much as I'm grabbing. And I push it up to the brow, and it just gives it a nice highlight without adding a shadow. I like to use a matte because if I don't want to do any makeup that day, I can use this as a shadow. It's just nice and natural. Mirabella again, fluffy, angled brush. This is what I use for all my nudes, all over that. Not all over the lid. McLean got into my makeup. I'm gonna show you my color, but don't mind all the little like fingernail marks on everything. I'm gonna be using this color. I did clean this up. It was a mess, you guys. It was a sad day. I didn't get mad. It was my fault for leaving it out. Okay, so I'm gonna tap this on. If you guys are really messy with your eyeshadow and it always falls on your cheeks, go ahead and leave that translucent powder on, and then when you go to fluff it off after your eyes, that'll take care of it. Or you need to master doing your eyes before you do your face. I'm going up above the brow bone, but not touching right underneath. So if you tap first, you get most of your product onto your lid before it starts falling. So when I do circular motions and those bristles start to fan out to give it that soft look, it's not all gonna fall. Fluffy, but still concentrated on where it wants to stay. This is what I use for all my contour. Tap it on, do like a guideline of where you want it to go. Tap again to add a little bit more color. Get all that product off first before you start moving around, and then go for it. But you're gonna kind of keep that area out. You're gonna keep that lid open. So when you open, you can do anything here. I'm just gonna blend this color underneath without adding more color to my brush. I know that there's enough on there to get some color. From here, you can add a highlight if you wish, something with a more fluffy, concentrated bristle. I'm gonna use this pinky blush. I don't want it to pop too much. In the corner, and pull in. Why not just dress up and go to dinner and your family look at you like you're crazy? Does anyone else think that way? Let's pretend we're at like a 5-star restaurant and it's black and tie. I'm gonna do a French twist on my hair. Throw in some gems. Yeah, girl. So I'm going a little up so when I'm looking, I can see it. And chapstick. Weird feeling to have someone just walk by your window. Good. You can leave it if you want, but I'm just going to add a little bit of shimmer. Perfect. Put some earrings on. Well guys, I hope you are enjoying your day. Don't forget to try new things and feel pretty even though you're home. Get dressed, do your makeup, play around, mix colors. I don't know if I want my hair up or down, especially with being short. Thanks for watching, and enjoy the rest of your day.